Hello everybody, welcome to my new cooking channel. This is Chef Eliseo with two F's because I am not a real chef. This time I'm gonna bring you the easiest way to make the tamales puertorriqueños. We call them pasteles. I would like to tell you a story about my family. When we were young in Christmas in Puerto Rico, we used to make pasteles, and it was a big deal because of the work that it was involved. The amount of work, it was tremendous. It was like you had to cut the leaves, you had to use one of these guayo. It's a bigger version of this. And my grandma was there sitting down, just, slowly getting all that, grinding the roots and the bananas and all that stuff. Sometimes we had people like neighbors, my uncle would be there with his guitar. Sometimes you see people you don't even know. You go like, who's this? I don't know, but they came to help. It's okay. So. And then at the end of the day, we ended up with like dozens and dozens of pasteles, packages, and like, no toques ese que eso para doña Paquita, and this one is for the neighbor, and this one's for so and so. It was, and then we're gonna eat some, right? So nowadays we don't need to do that, even though it sounds good, sounds like a nice party. You can do it if you want. But basically you don't have to. We have the machines that help us do the work faster, and we don't have to make a big amount. So the recipe that I'm gonna give you today is like 3 or 4 pasteles at the most. It's a small version of the Christmas Day pasteles. First I gotta tell you what you're gonna need. You're gonna need a stove, you're gonna need a juicer, you're gonna need some ingredients for the masa, which is gonna be, here I have taro root, malanga root, 1 plantain, and a squash. And this could be different. You can make your own recipe, whatever you can find, so you just need the plantain and some kind of root. I'm gonna use chicken breast, and I'm gonna use a simple version of sofrito, which is gonna be onion, bell pepper, celery, and I'm gonna add mushrooms and tomato paste. Of course, salt and garlic to make it tasty. And there's one more ingredient, and it's very important. I forgot to put it with the others. Is achiote. It's called anato. You put it in a small pot like this with olive oil, about half and maybe the whole packet of achiote, and very low heat. You leave it right there. You start with that so that by the time you are gonna cook the masa, it's done and red, turns like reddish. First of all, put the pan medium heat. Then I start cutting up the vegetables for the chicken. I'm gonna cut up some celery. Get a little bit of oil in the pan. I use grapeseed oil. So the bell pepper. The amounts of these, it's up to you. I'm doing about half a bell pepper. I'm doing about 1 stick of celery. I'm gonna do about half an onion, a small onion. So the fastest way to season the chicken is using also the adobo, some kind of powdered seasoning that you don't have to cut garlic. If you want, you can use fresh garlic, but then that's a little more work. So we're gonna add the chicken to the vegetables, mix it a little bit, and cook it for only for about 20 minutes, because the chicken is gonna cook a little more when the pasteles are being steamed. While we're cooking the chicken for about 20 minutes in the pan with the vegetables and the seasoning, we are going to start preparing the roots for the masa. We're gonna peel the roots with the vegetable peeler. So in the meantime, we're gonna be peeling all these roots. You gotta take off all this. And to peel the banana, you can cut it like that, and then put a spoon to take that skin out. You're gonna need a tool here, so just wiggle the spoon in there. It might be difficult, but it's possible. Yeah, this is definitely the hardest part of the whole process. That's the roots and the squash for the masa. I'm gonna cut them up a little smaller so they can fit through the hole of the juicer here. I forgot to add tomato paste to the chicken, so I'm just gonna add it now that it's almost done. It doesn't matter. You should add it before you cook it so that it takes it cooks a little bit and it gets that color. So I also added the mushrooms late because the mushrooms don't need to be cooked so long. So you put them at the end, that's fine. And that would be our meat. The next step we're gonna do is go to the juicer, grind all this up. So this we don't use, we throw it away. So the masa goes into here, and there's some in there. We're gonna take it out now. Okay, this is the masa. Now we have to add a little bit of that oil that I did with the achiote, which is kind of like a reddish color, gives it a nice golden color. And again, the fast way, just a little more adobo goya. If you want, you can do fresh garlic and salt. It will be healthier than this shit, but anyway, I'm doing the quick version. So this is the masa. You just mix it up, and I like to also use some turmeric, because the turmeric makes it also kind of golden, and it gives it a nice little flavor. Just a little bit of turmeric. And mix. See how this turns into a kind of like a golden, nice. I hope you can see that color. I wish I could send you the smell of this, because it smells just like Christmas. So mix it well. And now for the last step, we're gonna prepare the pasteles with inside the leaves, and then steam them. I don't boil them. Some people use paper because they boil them. In Puerto Rico, they boil them, and because otherwise the stuff will get out, they put it inside the paper and they tie them up with a string. I don't do this. I do tamale style. I fold them in the leaves in a way that I'm going to show you, and then I put them in the steamer, and that's all you need. You don't need string, you don't need paper. We use that string for flying our kites and stuff, so my mom never, she always had to send somebody, go get me some string. Okay, so here we have a top view. As you can see, I divided this in 4 because I thought that's, the most I'm gonna get. So some people also oil the leaf. I don't. I think it doesn't need. You don't need to oil it. You put the masa there, spread it, kind of like maybe like a rectangle. What I did is I pre-cut the leaves with the scissors. So I have, it's about 18 inches by maybe 8. Then I take the chicken, I take about 2 big spoons like this. Then what you do, you're gonna take one of the sides, put it on top, the other side put it on top, hold it here so it doesn't spread this way, fold it there and fold it there, and just the gravity will hold it like this. It won't open in the steamer. 1 or 2 olives and kind of like spread them around so that the taste, some people like them, some people don't. So this is the last one. See, the water, I don't know if you can hear that, but it's starting to boil, so that's what I wanted. Exactly what I wanted. We'll turn it down a little bit. So now, I'm telling you, you can do this. If you're not doing a video, you can probably do it in 2 hours at the most. This way is a lot easier than my grandma used to make. So fold it like that, fold it like this, fold it like that, and there you have. So that's it. Now the last step is to steam them. So now that I have this ready, you put them just like, and we'll be back with the final product. So here's the final product. There you go. Nice color. Steamy. Try just a little bit. Tastes great. For the amount of time that I'm investing, these are great. So, okay, one final thing. Some people put raisins, makes it a little sweeter for Christmas. Some people add spicy sauce. I like pique from Puerto Rico, or ketchup. And to make the empanadas, you're gonna follow the same process, but you're gonna put this in the oven at like 350, maybe an hour, because the empanadas, you want them to be kind of crunchy. So, and you just do it with yuca root. The same thing, same process, okay? And if you want the pasteles de yuca, you just make the masa with the yuca, and you do this process. Remember to subscribe. I'll be making more videos of not only Puerto Rican food, but other food, like Italian food that I have learned how to make. So see you next time. I'm gonna eat.